We got a quick question from the King James. This is actually LeBron James. So LeBron, thank you. A very generous tip from LeBron, who takes care of his people. I don't hear media covering the power Watson has with the no trade clause. It's true. What if Watson says he'll only sign with one team and will sit in Houston? It's true. Wouldn't that limit the amount of assets Texans get? Well, absolutely, yes.
I feel like he would have said the team by now if he was only considering one team, because he's not really holding back on social media anyways. Don't you think? Like, he would have said that team he was interested in. And I get the whole sitting out 1 year, but what happens after you sit out that 1 year? You're still under contract for a couple more years. So you really need that one team to go all out for you. I could see a scenario where you really want to go to the 49ers or really want to go to Miami, but I don't think he would flat out reject a deal to go to the other.
Yeah. Wow, I just lost my train of thought. So Watson definitely has a lot more leverage in saying this than people are putting out there. And, oh, man, Grant, you're going to have to take it away. I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, thank you.
I got you. Yeah, no, it seems to me that, sure. That's like what happens in the NBA, right? A player says, I want to go to the Nets. I want to go play with Kevin Durant. I want to play with I want to go play with Steph Curry. That's what's happening. It doesn't seem like that's Deshaun Watson's angle here. It's not like, hey, I just want to go play with my boys in Miami. Sorry. It's like, no, I have a real beef with the ownership in Houston. Like, something's wrong here. They might be racist. They might be incompetent. All this stuff is going on. I think he's just trying to get like an exit out of this place. And so I think he would be open to more than one place. I'm just guessing. Yeah. I don't think he's just saying, like, I got to go to Miami. Now, what were you going to say?
Well, thank you for letting me get my thoughts back here. To go back to what Maverick was saying, I don't think if he did have one team in mind, I don't think he'd come out publicly and say that, because then everything's set on fire. And I do think he's been doing a very good job of walking a fine line and making these comments on Twitter that are kind of pushing buttons but aren't necessarily crossing boundaries, because right now everything is speculation as far as who can offer the most, and who can offer the most might become irrelevant, because if Deshaun Watson doesn't want to go there, he has the power to decline that trade. So the person, LeBron James, who's asking this question, is definitely correct that there's leverage that Watson possesses as far as a say goes, is where he could potentially end up. And I think he's been doing a pretty good job of walking that fine line of making these little snarky comments, but not going too far. And he does hold the power to kind of determine his landing spot.